So I was born in England. I grew up in Nigeria. I grew up in Lagos. I moved to the United States when I was 16 years old, and I currently live in New York. A lot of people are very averse to the Afropolitan word because I think people are starting to think that some people are employing the term to exclude themselves based on socioeconomic planes, or people think they're more privileged than others. There was a time in my life where I did describe myself as an Afropolitan. I even had a blog where I called myself eccentric Afropolitan because I felt that the word was not negative. I still don't think that the word is negative. I think at that stage in my life, I employed it because I felt like I had a global experience, and that helped me share my global experience. I have friends who are children of diplomats who have lived in Cape Town, Luanda, and in Brussels, and they've moved to New York. Not necessarily rich, not necessarily like extremely wealthy, but just being like privileged enough to have lived in different metropolitan cities. And because of these experiences, they consider themselves Afropolitan. I have friends who are DJs at night. I work on Wall Street in the daytime, and they consider themselves Afropolitan. And it's not because they think that they're better than anybody or they want to exclude themselves in some sort of socioeconomic line. I think that that's just how people choose to reflect that they have a global experience. And people are very averse to the word, but nobody has come up with an alternate term. You know, nobody has come up with something else to say. And that makes me feel like people just want to brand the word negatively. There are people out there who are using it in a negative fashion. But, you know, why should we tell someone that a word cannot define their experience? Like, who are we to tell anybody that a word cannot define their experience? You're nobody. So I don't call myself an Afropolitan anymore because I think my story is my story. And the more that I was experiencing in New York, the more I realized I really hadn't seen anything about the world. But I'm not averse to people calling themselves that, you know, so that's my take on it.